Donk Nation, Jackson, Janet's greetings and welcome to your daily dose of donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you some nonsensical Steelers talk in the off season. Thinking here, we've done worst case scenario, we've done best case scenario, we've talked about players. It's me by myself, so what can we get in the head and do? Keep this quick, short off season, just a little primer on who is going to be the Steelers' unexpected surprise, both offensively and defensively? So we're not looking for players who are established, players who are doing this. I guess you could argue maybe a player coming back from bad performance would be the surprise, or something like those type of deals. But let's not get too crazy with it. Let's talk on the offense. Let's talk on the defense. Let's figure out who that player is going to be. And I personally think we'll start defensively because, Steelers defensive team, that seems to make the most sense at all. So we'll go ahead. We'll start. And I think it's going to be Beanie Bishop. I know there's been a lot of guys, Avery, Cam Sutton coming back, that really seem to be pushing Beanie Bishop off of the go ahead and be a starter type of guy, have a chance at the roster type of guy. There's younger guys who are more talented, allegedly. But size-wise, I understand, a little undersized, 5'9". The speed, though, is a 4'4", 4'3" speed guy. You're talking a guy who really can make a go of it. I don't think he starts the season as maybe the slot guy, but I think he gets some reps here and there. And then next thing you know, we're here. We're talking about Beanie Bishop being the starter in the slot. I think you're going to see some downhill plays, some tackles for losses, maybe even 2 interceptions is what I'm looking at for the end of the go of it for, let's say. So I really think that Beanie Bishop is the guy on defense for me who's going to be not only a surprise to make the roster, but a guy who by the end of the year is a surprise starter, undrafted free agent guy, keeps it running, keeps it going up, and just absolutely is going to be the surprise of the Steelers right now. I mean, it's it probably is a hot take. This is a guy who has honestly a really good chance of not even making the roster. But we're going to go out there. We're going to make these predictions. I want to take someone who's not a given, who would be a surprise if he does it, and I think is in a situation to absolutely dominate it, let's say. And to me, that guy is going to be, for sure, Beanie Bishop. So let's go ahead defensively. Let's go ahead. Let's talk offense. What type of position should we talk? You know what? We have a really good undrafted free agent currently on this team. And I think the one who's going to be a surprise here, we'll keep it with 2024 undrafted free agents for my surprise players. Dejon Edwards, the running back, undrafted guys, 5'10", 200 pounds, out of Georgia, really physical runner, really hard runner, has a lot of similar traits to another guy on this team, Jalen Warren. And with a run-heavy offense, it seems like your surprise player should be someone from the backfield, right? You could argue maybe this is one where Connor Hayward was another thought for me because, well, let's be honest here. If he gets the fullback job, there's a good chance that he could get some carries, could get some catches, and could take a step forward in development. But I have to go with Edwards here. I really think he's going to do a big physical thing, get in there, get some looks. The way the Steelers are going to run the ball, the mileage Najee has, I think you'll see more backs used. I think you'll see more of a rotation of running backs, as that is going to be the way to keep everyone healthy. And I think Dejon Edwards makes this roster and goes ahead and let's call it 500 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. We'll put a prediction on the numbers too. And I think that right there alone gives you what is really a breakout candidate or an unexpected candidate for this team going forward. And I think he might be the guy who really makes the Steelers question if they're going to give Najee that next contract. Like I said, I expect a good year from Najee. But if you have Edwards doing it and Warren doing it on the cheap, do you really, really have to put into that? So that wraps up what I have. Again, if you have anything you want to hear, let me know. But I guess we'll try to do a shout out, and we'll just shout out, the whole Steelers team as they are getting prepped and ready. All these guys are getting ready to go put on that uniform and start bleeding it out. So we'll give them an early season shout out as a team, as that's what we like to see. And now I'll let you know I am the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey on Twitch or Twitter. Your daily dose of Donkey Ginger is the YouTube channel where you get this fun content. Let me know if there's anything else you want to hear before we start talking actual things, actual roster, actual practice, seeing people go. We'll get Gingy back. We'll get Laskers back. We'll get possibly Bugger, Little Bear in here. But it's that time. Donk Nation, Steeler Nation, love y'all. Wave them if you got them. Let's go Steelers.